I actually haven't done that much in the gym. I haven't really done that much in the last like 4 days because a little rough accident. Since I graduated college, it's been really hard to kind of like find a new community, if that makes sense. It's been hard to build a community because, your entire community is at school, right? For me, it's been pretty hard just the last few months trying to make new friends and meet new people because obviously you have to kind of seek out different ways to do that. This past weekend, I decided to go and play pickup football, and needless to say, I slipped and it didn't end well for me. I hyperextended my knee, so my knee was very swollen for a few days. I'm not actually supposed to be getting into any lower body lifting for the next week and a half. As always, we're going to keep finding ways to adapt and overcome, and obviously keep going. So over the last 3 months, I've been writing myself basically my own throwing program. So I've been using lots of different programs I've had in the past and just basically taking bits and pieces from every single one and incorporating that into one fluid routine. And so I know the basic principles about making a throwing program. You have your basic on-ramp, then you have some sort of like loading phase, and then after that you're ready to hop into full-fledged, full effort throwing. A lot of times in my college career, I've really relied on validation from others to really assess who I am as a baseball player. And that's really hurt, I think, my mental game and my mental state. Because of that, I've really had to learn about who I am as a player now that I'm not in college anymore, right? I'm not surrounded by coaches all the time. And also, I need to get better as quickly as possible. Something else too that's really important is that players take control of their careers, of what they're doing, and they sit there and question, is this really going to get me better? Is this really helping me get better? And they learn for themselves, okay, this is what this purpose is for. This is why I'm doing this drill. This is why I'm doing this thing right now. That's really what I want to do with this YouTube channel, with all my social medias, is I really just want to help people make a difference. Showing you guys what I've done in the past and kind of explaining that a little better and just putting that on a pedestal and saying, look, like, this is what's helped me, versus what hasn't helped me, right? So that you can make an informed decision on what you want to do to help you in your own career. But my best advice is really to do a lot of trial and error and really give some things, some really good thought on how does this help me? Because you are the only person that knows the best way that your body moves. Everyone can give suggestions, everyone can try and help you, but you at the end of the day are your own boss, your own person, and you know your body better than anyone else.
I just decided to do kind of this like spur of the moment velo day today. It wasn't anything planned. I'm actually supposed to be finishing up my on-ramp today and tomorrow. I was feeling pretty good today. Vibes were high. I still have a little bit of discomfort in my knee just from hyperextending it a week ago. So yeah, there's a lot of different excuses and things we'll get to in a second, but honestly, none of those matter. I just threw all fastballs, threw about 22 pitches. I was anywhere from like 82 to 84, topped 85, but I didn't have a singular pitch go below like 82, and mostly 83 with like pretty rough mechanics, to be honest. A couple things I wanted to take away from today. Number one, looking at just like my pocket radar, chart, compared to the last bullpen I threw, which was in August, because I went on vacation, had to ramp up. Comparatively, comparing the two bullpens, my average velocity was only down 0.6, so it's really not that much of a difference, which is a good sign. That means that my training plan, recovery, everything is going well. I need to do more kind of like athletic, high effort throwing, just not off a mound. I've been doing so much work off a mound or in pitcher positions that I think I've kind of lost my athletic stimulus a little bit. So I probably need to do a little bit more like athletic pull downs, like probably running guns or you know, just something, turn and burns. I mean, that would kind of get my CNS going a little bit better. Today and the last bullpen I threw, I think the biggest thing was just, you know, my knee and just not really feeling like that relaxed. More so with my lower half. My upper half feels fluid and fantastic. I still need to kind of work a little bit more on my natural arm slot. I sat mid 80s, so I mean, I'm okay with that. If that's what we're getting on a bad day, I mean, comparatively, like, could be a lot worse. Not too mad at today, so yeah. What a lot of people get mixed up with is that you make mechanical adjustments on your kind of medium day, but you have to find a way to blend them into your actual high effort throwing. And the only way to train that, I feel like, is through a high effort variation, unless you're just an absolutely gifted and talented person to where you can make adjustments that quickly on the fly. In my experience in the past, and I've talked about this a little bit before on the channel, pull downs have never helped me in my career. Absolutely have not helped me at all. And I understand why now. I think that you have to have a base understanding of what your athleticism is, and you have to first work on that. Because to do a pull down, to do any type of like turn and burn athletic pull down, you have to have athletic abilities. I feel like, or you must have some understanding of how your body moves through space athletically. You know, you're not thinking, you're just throwing the ball hard. It's a variation of like mental fortitude and I think athletic abilities as a player. Run, jump, skip, you know, whatever. You know, and I think that for me in the past, I think mentally I've probably been bogged down on pull downs, which is why I haven't been able to do well. But also too, my athleticness has never been great. But now I'm understanding, okay, I need to find that linear, that forward momentum that you get through extension early on in your delivery, and you actuate that towards the plate. And I think pull downs are a great way to train that, as I just kind of learned. But I never really felt that or understood that until just recently, here in probably the last 3 or 4 times I've done full effort, high effort throwing. It's not like a hill to die on, but I do think that go out to the field and act and play as a shortstop or a second baseman for a while and just train honestly high effort throwing like that until you get maybe, I think, into adulthood, and you kind of understand, okay, this is how your body moves. You have more body awareness, you're a lot more mature, and I think that you're also a lot more free mentally. My body is freaking cooked. I'm definitely going to have to do some mobility training, probably do a lot of arm care and stability exercises, because my elbow is starting to feel a little tender, forearm especially. Shoulder is a little bit too. Do some extra recovery, and then hopefully in 3 days or 4, we can bounce back and do another high effort throwing days.